All right, so here is my FPL team. We have Ekitike, Ja Pedro, and Isak up front for the first game week. We have Dewsbury Hall, Caicedo, Mo Salah, and Johnson in our midfield. Pedro, Ait Nori, and Virgil in our defense, and Sells for our first first game week lineup. Hi, Future Aiden here from Future. I'm currently editing the video at the moment, and I've realized that I made a little bit of a mistake. So that is not that was not my current team. That was 2 days ago, and since then I've made quite a few changes. I have since then taken out Araujo and someone else, but and put in two Sunderland players. And then my uh, I took out Pedro for Romero, and I took out Johnson for Kudus because I believe Kudus will do better than Johnson, and because Romero's captain, he's going to get the most game time, so that's why I put him in. Uh, this is mine at the moment. I might change my Sunderland players, just because uh because they are to I'm gonna sub them on in game week 2, and then take off my Tottenham players in game week 2 because Tottenham will be versing Man City, and Sunderland will be playing Burnley. But I can't tell if I should choose Burnley over Sunderland. I also then got Reinders, um, and that is it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I don't think I've. I think I've got Dewsbury Hall as well in there, uh, and I've got Dubravka uh, to take over Kinski. So yeah, just know most teams will constantly change. I'm probably gonna change this again, but just like if you're trying to copy me, or wanting to copy me, just know that behind the camera there will be way more going on. So sorry about that. Back to the video. I have for my substitutes. I have Semenyo, who will potentially come on later in different game weeks. I'm looking to hold on to some players, maybe even Araujo. I might, although uh, after his game week with Liverpool, after the first game week at Liverpool, I will look to put him on the field for uh, maybe Virgil or uh, Pedro for the next game after this game week. Mourinho, I'm looking to transfer him out for a different defender at the moment before before the deadline. Kingsky, he's more of a just like uh, cheap transfer. Um, I do not want to look at Haaland as a potential transfer. I do not want to look at Palmer due to last season. At the start, he did really well. Got tons of points and everything, but around the end, mid to end, he just fell off a bit. Um, so whereas Mo Salah, he just constantly provided points. Uh, so as much as I would like to put Palmer in my squad, I would also like to have Ekitike or Isak, or just have a strong attack. I did have Vardiol as but I also had Verts, but after after watching the Crystal Palace versus uh, Crystal Palace against Liverpool match for the Community Shield, after seeing Ekitike score in the first 4 minutes, a beautiful goal, and that should have probably been defended. A pretty lucky goal, in my opinion. But after seeing that, I just believe that I would rather him over Wirtz Verts, and but the only thing is I might leave, get rid of Virgil if Isak is going to join, which will give me more opportunities to maybe change out Moreno, maybe Araujo, uh, and like potentially get better picks. Maybe upgrade my midfield a bit, but overall, uh, I believe that this is my best team. That I could get. I don't look to get Mbermo to as like due to his lineups is not really looking that good. Uh, Palmer, his lineup's good, but he's just too much money, and I would like to have a more stable uh, attack slash midfield. So I've made a buy, sell, keep, avoid list for each game week. Up till 10, I will make another one soon that will go beyond 10 game weeks. I don't know when, but for each team, so it's going to be a buy, sell, keep, avoid for each team. So rather than individual players, like say for Arsenal, Saka, I would like to avoid acquiring Saka. If you have them in your team, you can keep them. Uh, See, for his lineups, like you can keep him for the first two lineups against Man United, Leeds, but after that, I'd rather sell him because at the moment he would just sit on the bench uh, until until game week 7, where you can then where he will have a lineup that will get you guaranteed points. Uh, to have it show you that here. So after a whopping 4 game weeks actually, with Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Man City, and Newcastle, as directed by their fixture difficulty rating, you'd more rather want to get them when when playing against West Ham, as they will have easy fixtures up until game week 13. But then again, you could also just bench him for these 3 game weeks and then hold him for the next 5, and so on. So like look at it, look at these. He's only got one more after it, which is going to be pretty good. So at the moment, I would look to avoid Arsenal players for the time being up until game week 7, which I might most likely do. Aston Villa, um, you can keep them. Their team has good fixtures up until around game week 8. So like if Tottenham's got good transfers by then, game week 8 might pose as more higher difficulty, and plus I reckon you could get even more points from acquiring maybe a sucker to after. Well, it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. You know, each team will be different around the start to mid game weeks. But like around here, you might want to sell them around game week 8, and then buy around game week 12. So that way you can have higher um, higher point difference. For Bournemouth, um, hmm, don't buy them yet. Keep them around. Don't buy them for or bench them for the first game week. They are going to get smashed. Yeah, that's my opinion though. You could have them on. I'm pretty sure I I don't have Semenyo or Rauho on due to this reason, which is also why I have my Liverpool players on. Um, but you will also want to look to buy them around game week 2, and then keep them until afterwards, and then bench them on game week 10. Brentford, if you've got any around game week 7, you would want to sell them. Don't try and pick them up for game week 8, because you're going to then sell them again, and that's just going to ruin your amount of points that difference, the amount of point difference. So Brentford, yeah, sell around 7 and then avoid until at least until further notice for game week 13. If they're doing really well against like Chelsea, maybe Fulham or Man United, you might want to pick them back up again in Crystal Palace, Newcastle, or Brighton. For Brighton, I can obviously tell here you most likely want to around keep or avoid in the first 2 game weeks. And even if you do have them, sell them and then avoid them up until game week 7, because that way, Brighton game week 7, because then they're going to be going against Wolves, and this could be easy money. And then you've then got up until game week 10, where you've got against Leeds, and then so on. You see what I mean? For Burnley, yeah, game week 4, avoid sell, avoid, and then avoid for the rest. Maybe just maybe. I've put it as avoid here, because even though you could get easy points for Leeds or Wolves, you're then going to be. Oh, I might change that. Around game week 8, you might want to buy them, and then bench them for Arsenal, but then put them back in your first. Take them off of the subs for the next 4 game weeks after that, because that will be many points. Back to the start. Burnley, Chelsea, yeah. Just if you've got any Chelsea players, Palmer, João Pedro, Caicedo, just like leave them on until Liverpool. But even if Liverpool do terribly or Chelsea do well, or you might want to just leave them on. Don't bench them. Nottingham Forests. It's just an easy keep. Yeah. Crystal Palace. Avoid. Buy in game week 4 and then keep until. So Crystal Palace, obviously they're going to they're fighting Chelsea. Nottingham Forest, don't pick them up during Nottingham Forest unless you're going to then. You won't benefit from buying them in Nottingham whilst playing Nottingham Forest, due to them obviously going to be benching them the game week afterwards. I then buying game week 4. Game week 4. Yeah. Due to the easiness, you'd want to buy them for these 2 game weeks, then bench them, and then you will be able to play them. But then you might have to bench them again, and then you'll be able to play them for a long time afterwards. So unless Guehi leaves, I don't think there's much people you might want to even buy from Crystal Palace. Although I'm pretty sure they're all. All right, on to Everton. Right, you will want to. Yeah, I've got an Everton player in my team. Dewsbury. He will be. Hopefully he'll be on. I'm pretty sure he will be. He's a looked at player. He's on everyone's watch list. So I'm going to be playing him for the next 4 game weeks, up until Liverpool, where I'll definitely have to bench him, and then I'll sell him. Let's have a look at this. So Everton, sell, avoid up until game week 10 to buy. Which, yeah. Even though I guess my thought process for this was, even though it's 2 game weeks, the difficulty rating for this is 3, so it's a 50-50 chance that they might win or they might lose. And then again, and then like yeah, it's a difficult thingy. You could bench them and then keep them for them too, but then you could also just get a better deal out of selling them if there's a price change, and then you could like get even more money, uh, and then like yeah, buy them back up around game week 10. For Fulham, hmm, let's have a little. I'm going to tell you a question. Yeah, would I sell around here, sell around Chelsea, and avoid up until Wolverhampton? Well, hmm. If you've got any Fulham players in the first place, that's definitely what I'm going to be saying here. Keep, bench. Or, no, yeah. That's what I was just thinking. Yeah. You can sell them around there to get even more players, even better players. But you'd also want to bench them because then you've got 2 games after that look pretty easy to play. Brentford, uh, but then because then the next 3 out of that, because the next 4, the 3 out of that are going to be pretty difficult to play. You won't want to uh, have any players for that up until game week 10, because then after that you'll have a whole lineup of good players. Leeds, whoo, don't buy, even though it looks good. Do not buy, because then you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna sell them, and then it's gonna waste a free transfer, or you're gonna bench them, and you're not gonna get enough points up until Newcastle, or maybe even don't buy them at least up until Burnley and West Ham, depending on how Leeds are going. If they're not in the relegation zone, and then maybe even like higher than that, buy them whenever you want around after game week 2, so around game week 3 to game week 7, and then definitely if you want buy them around game week 8 and 9. Liverpool, see, this is a tough one. Even though they've got such a strong lineup, like a strong team, you still want to have like those expensive players like Mo Salah and Ekitike. Where's another player? Verts as well. Yeah, like Gakpo. All these expensive players, like even though that they, even though that they're playing against a difficult team, I have no doubt that they might just like easily win. Because even though it's Arsenal, yeah, it's a difficult one for me. My opinion. Don't take it personally. I'm going to play them for both Bournemouth, Newcastle, and Arsenal, and then definitely have them for that, because then afterwards it's going to just be a free reign for where are they? Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool's a tough one. All right, well, moving on. Man City, yeah, hold them up until Arsenal, and then bench them if you need. Uh, uh, I'd much rather bench them, because then you fight going against Burnley, Brentford, and then Everton after that, and then you like it's just easy, easy pickings. Man United, so yeah, but to show them keep. I should have probably put bench around game week 5, but yeah. That's Man United. Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, Man City. If you want, buy them around Fulham. Do not have any Man United players at the first game week. Because if you do, you'll if you keep them for Arsenal and you play them for Arsenal, then you're definitely going to be playing them for Man City. Because unless you pick them up around here or game week 2 or game week 3, then you'll easily be able to bench them for Man City and then play them for the next 3 game weeks against Chelsea, Brentford, and Sunderland, and then bench them again for Liverpool. But even though I have Nori playing, oh wait, no, that's yeah. For Man City or Man United, don't have them for that. Newcastle. These guys, right? I wouldn't pick them up at least until they're playing against Leeds. And then you'll have 3 easy games, bench them around Arsenal, and then you'll have easy games after that. Don't buy them for Liverpool or Aston Villa, because even though it's Isak, like, look at I'm on Fantasy Football Hub, and look at this. He's expected to get nothing out of the first 2 game weeks, and then for the next against Leeds, he's going to pop off. He's going to absolutely rack up the amount of goals and everything. Yeah. Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Bench them around game week 4 and game week 7. But if you've got them, don't sell them at Arsenal or Newcastle, because you could just easily play them against Newcastle and any of these games. Like, it's just easy. Spurs. If you've got Spurs players like I do, I would be looking to bench them for the Man City game, because unless you don't have them, you can buy them afterwards. It would be more likely to buy them after the game week 2 for game week 3, so that you can get easy points against West Ham, Bournemouth, Brighton, Wolf, and Leeds, and then so on. Sunderland. These guys got a weird one, because on my table, I have got them for just keep in general. For around Chelsea, don't sell. Because if we go to game week 15, go down to Sunderland. If you've got Sunderland players, play them up until Wolves, bench them for Chelsea, and then play them again for Everton, but then instantly sell them and don't pick them up for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 game weeks, or even more, because at least until game week 18. But then again, I'll do more research into it. All right. For West Ham, if you got any West Ham players, play them for each game up until game week 7 against Arsenal, where you can then you can transfer West Ham players for Arsenal players, such as Saka, since they're going to be playing each other, and then Arsenal players will then have a great set of game weeks afterwards. Whereas even though West Ham have Leeds after their next game week after Arsenal, I don't think it will be good looking after it. West Ham, you can then keep them for Newcastle and Burnley, but then maybe sell them around game week 13. But I'll get back to you guys for that. Don't you worry. Okay. Wolves. This one is not tough at all. Don't have any of them, not even for Everton, but have them up until game week 5. Because then you can play them for maybe bench them for Tottenham, and maybe bench them for Brighton. But then you're playing against Leeds, Sunderland, and Burnley within the next 4 game weeks, or next 5 game weeks after playing Newcastle. So yeah, I like to introduce Fantasy Football Hub. I use it. I have used it at least for a year now, almost a year, and this at the moment, like I don't use it for everything. There are let me bring you over here. There are you can use AI to help you transfer. You can make an AI team that will give you the best team. Uh, but as much as I would like to, uh, like if you bring this up, as much as I would like to sell Isak for Mateta, even though good, uh, they've got good research for the next game weeks. Mateta will get more points for the next 2 game weeks, for the first 2 game weeks, over Isak. Isak will then grow and have like Newcastle. Here, keep, avoid, and then just like in here, you will want to buy them in game week 3, and then keep them, and then so on. But that they also want me to sell Isak, so then I can get an extra 3 million. So then I can use that 3 million to sell Johnson for Saka, which I don't want to do. Even though Saka's got a good, more expected points, is expected. It's not telling the future. So that's why I would like to buy Saka around game week 7, because then you get to keep him for the next 4 game weeks after that, and it's just easy point farming, right? If you want to know what Fantasy Football Hub does, I'm gonna just get my past self to explain to you how it all works. Hey everyone, if you're serious about smashing your fantasy football season this year, then you need to check out Fantasy Football Hub. It's packed with expert tips, powerful tools, and insider stats to help you climb the rankings. And here's the deal: if you use my special link down in the description, you'll not only get access to all their premium features, but you'll also be directly supporting me and the content I make for you. So if you want to make smarter transfers, nail your captain picks, and finally beat your mates, click my link in the description and join Fantasy Football Hub today. All right. And so because even though it's all AI, it all does it for you. You do want to, like, you've got it's your team. You can do whatever you want with it, and just like you can disregard their transfers that they tell you to make, even though it's the best. It's not reading the future. So as much as it says it will be better, it might not actually be better. And so then you can also say don't sell and don't recommend. So then you don't get these player. But then yeah, that was the first episode of Let's Talk 11. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked it and want to see more. Comment down below if you had any differing opinions about the predictions, or if you liked the FPL game week chart, and just in general have any opinions you want to share. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.